I have a special message to people with big families. I know for some of you it's hard to date. I'm just going to bring up one scenario so maybe that'll shed a little light on your situation. I know quite a few people who have big families that are very close-knit. That's a wonderful thing if you have a close-knit family. But sometimes you have to compartmentalize the role that your family plays in your life. They can't be involved in everything. They can't be popping up at your job every single day or ringing off your phone where you can't do your work. They can't be just popping up to your home when you have dates or if you have work that you need to do. You have to kind of restrict your relationship with family members because some of them take it for granted. Now, not too long ago, I met a gentleman who was involved with a lady who he was absolutely crazy about. He was crazy about her. Every time he turned around, he was talking about his plans for her and how great she was. She was just a perfect fit for him. But there was one little problem, and that was her family. Now, if you live in a culture where family has a big role, this does not apply to you because I'm not going to interfere with your spiritual or religious beliefs. I'm just talking about a practical situation here. You have this lady that's always complaining about how she can't keep a man. It's because you automatically thrust that man into your family situation, making him responsible for everybody else. He's not dating them, he's dating you. Now, this gentleman was a little heartbroken because he had to break things off with this lady because after dating her a few times, he had noticed that every time he turned around that they were together, they didn't have a moment's peace. Someone's always calling from the family needing this. Someone's always popping up to the house needing that. They had no privacy. And I'm going to tell you the truth right now. A lot of these grown men, and I'm talking about men, I'm not talking about little boys with attachment problems, I'm talking about men. The average grown man that works hard, when he wants to date a woman, he wants to date her. I'm not saying that he doesn't want to accept your family, because he's probably taking all of that into consideration. But if you can't even have any privacy at any given time, and you let your family members have full access to every single aspect of your life, he is not going to be down for that. He's thinking about a future with you. He's not looking to be responsible for your nieces and your cousins and your grandchildren and your children. No. He was upset because there was this one particular niece that was trying to get back on her feet from a bad relationship. And every 2 seconds, she wanted him to take her this place and take her that place. He's like, wait a minute, I'm not dating her. I'm dating her aunt. Or it would be the other relative who hardly ever has any money. Can you help him find a job? Can you help him do this? Can you help him do that? After a while, this man is like, wait a minute. Why is it every time I get with this woman, we can't talk about us? We can't talk about our progress. Every single conversation, every single interaction always has to be involved with family. There's family that, family this, family that. Now, see, if the shoe was on the other foot and that family member wanted to have something going on, I bet you they wouldn't involve her. There's some other issues going on with her. Ladies, I can't speak for the men, but ladies, if you're going to have a man in your life and you seriously want to get involved, you really need to put all of your energy into getting involved with him. He already knows you have a big family and you're close. 9 times out of 10, he already knows that. But you need to be a big girl and handle big girl situations. You got to do that. And quit thrusting the responsibilities of a bunch of grown-ass people who could do things for themselves on somebody you just met. It's not fair. And you wonder why he's not calling you anymore. You wonder why he's not dealing with you anymore. And then you have the nerve to get an attitude. He wouldn't accept my family. He wasn't dating them. He was dating you. And most of those family members that are interfering with your relationship, they don't have anything going on. That's why they're jumping around in your business, because they don't have anything and they can't keep anybody. You're trying to thrust too much responsibility on them too fast. Don't go on 2 dates with a guy and expect him to pay all your bills. Don't go on a date with a guy 3 or 4 times and expect him to be responsible for everybody else in your family. And it's usually just small, dumb shit. Like so-and-so need a ride. Get a bus pass. Catch a lift. So-and-so need a few dollars till Tuesday. Tell her to call that old bum-ass boyfriend of hers that don't have a job. He's supposed to be her man. He's got access to what's between her legs. Have her call him. It's too much pressure to be putting on him. And he's going to figure after a while, you know what? She's not as great as I thought. I'm going to find me somebody who's, at least know what privacy means. It's like you're using your family as some form of protection against the world. It's not going to work. So you got to limit what interactions you have with your family members. If you're trying to have a romance or relationship or something like that, they can't be in your conversation and in your presence every time the two of you together. A man with good common sense is not going to allow it. He's going to get tired of that chaos. He's dating you, not them. Love your family, yes. I'm not saying that you should leave them alone. I'm just saying that they need to go sit down somewhere while you're trying to handle your personal business and live your life sometimes. Stop smothering the man with your family. He come to see you, and before he even gets out the car, good, you're running outdoors talking about, you know what, my grandson need a pair of tennis shoes. Why don't you do me a favor and run him to the store? I'll give you the money. He came to see you. What the? Okay. Just saying.